Hi, my name is Mr. Delves and I have overall responsibility for the coordination of A-level physics at St Margaret Ward Catholic Academy. I'd like to take just a couple of minutes of your time to talk about why you might want to do A-level physics at St Margaret Ward with me and my fellow Miss Salt. A-level physics gives you the opportunity to explore the phenomena of the universe, quite a grand statement, and also to look at the theories that explain what we can see around us. The subject combines practical skills with theoretical ideas to develop descriptions of the physical universe. You'll learn about everything from kinematics to cosmology, and because it's a very up-to-date subject, recent developments and topics such as particle physics. If you're interested in the limits of space, the beginning of time, and just about everything in between, then this could be the subject for you. But I believe that it's more than a subject. Physics actually trains your brain to think beyond normal boundaries in a way that's respected and useful for university and careers beyond. Now, all the different A-level exam boards offer A-level physics. Here at St Margaret Ward, we follow the AQA course. Now, as I reel off some of the topics that are contained within the course, you'll see how they mirror the topics at GCSE and build on them in a useful fashion. So over the course of the 2 years at St Margaret Ward, the subjects that you will cover in A-level physics include particles and quantum phenomena, waves and optics, forces, Newton's laws of motion, which is something you'll recognise and remember from GCSE, momentum, work, energy, materials, electricity and DC circuits, that's a big part of year 12, circular motion, simple harmonic motion, thermal physics gases, all the fields, gravitational, electric, magnetic, and then topics like capacitors, induction, radioactivity, and finally nuclear energy. In year 13 we have an optional part of the course. It's something we discussed at the time, but for the last few years students have chosen to do astrophysics. And I don't imagine that this year will be any different. So what sort of work is involved while you're at St Margaret Ward doing A-level physics? Well, it's a mixture of quite highly conceptual thinking, but also with very practical applications. You will need to be able to think about quite abstract ideas like fields, but also be able to apply those ideas to how, for instance, an electric motor works, which is one of the practicals that we do. You'll need to be able to get accurate results from experiments requiring practice and competence and the use of lab equipment, and we actually assess you on that as part of the course. Now, you'll have heard about the need for maths in A-level physics. Calculations are a very important part of A-level physics, and you do need to be comfortable with algebra, rearranging equations and so on. And at the same time, however, you do need English skills. You will need to be able to describe and explain and get your ideas down and communicate clearly on paper. What do you need to do A-level physics? Well, first of all, I would say an interest. People do better in A-levels if they take on a subject in which they have a genuine interest. Anybody who's taking a subject where you're doing it just because you feel you need it for some later aim, it's not normally a recipe for success. So you do need to have an enthusiasm for science, and of course it would help at GCSE if you recognise that physics is one of the subjects in which you are strong. You do need to be comfortable with maths also, and then as I said a few moments ago, English skills are still important. It's not just maths, it's not just sums, it's not just calculations. And if you chose to do other A-levels in a similar vein, like chemistry, biology, or of course mathematics, then you'll find that all those subjects support each other very well. So if you were to come along, do A-level physics with myself and Miss Salt, and do well, where can it take you? Well, as I mentioned earlier, physics is a highly respected A-level. It is recognised as demonstrating to an employer or a university entrance officer that you have analytical and mathematical skills that you can apply to real life situations. It demonstrates that you are a good learner. You'll be surprised at the doors that physics A-level can open for you, not just in science but other areas as well, because as you go into a career you'll find that in almost every job that you would want to go for, the first thing you need to do is on-the-job training. Employers have to teach you the stuff that you need for that job when you arrive, and if you've got an A-level in physics, they will recognise that you have demonstrated that you are a good learner and that you can pick up skills easily and quickly. So the list of careers that's open to physics students is bewildering and wide, but it would include things like engineering, medicine, forensic science, astronomy, cosmology, electronics, power generation, finance, even law, and many other things that you wouldn't think of. And of course, the fact that I'm here doing this now means it also offers opportunities in teaching, for instance. So that's why I think you should come and do A-level physics at St Margaret Ward Catholic Academy, and I hope to see you in September next year. Thank you.